You asked for it, so here's Mr. Bobby Knapp, for years a top star in aqua shows.
Now, according to this letter I have from Arthur Ross of Queens, Long Island, Bobby Knapp has been working on a most dangerous stunt, one that hasn't been done since the days of the great Houdini. Now, for props, there are just three. First, this burlap bag. Secondly, this non-stretchable piece of rope. I'll explain about that a little later. And lastly, this 30-pound piece of hard rock granite. Now, there are absolutely no gimmicks to this. There are no zippers in the bag, no spring releases. In fact, I'm going to explain it as we go along. Well, how about you? You all set, Bobby?
All set.
Oh, I'd like you to meet lifeguard Ray Mullane, who's volunteered to help us. Well, now, here's Houdini Sack Escape and how it works. Ray, you go ahead. We'll get the rock, first of all, on the bottom of the burlap bag. This is to keep Bobby down in the bottom of the pool. After all, he isn't the heaviest fellow in the world, and in order to keep him on the bottom, why, we have to put that 30-pound rock in there. Now, while Bobby's getting in the bag, let me explain a little more about this burlap bag. As most of you know, they're porous, which means that once Bobby's down in the bottom, the water is going to rush into the bag. And Bobby tells me it's just as well, because rather than have the pressure from the outside of the bag working on him, he'd rather have that bag fully soaked. Bobby, get yourself a good bit of breath inside there now, and we'll start him down inside this. Before Ray ties the non-stretchable piece of rope that I told you I'd tell you about, let me explain about this. Right inside this piece of rope, as you can see, is a piece of steel cable. This means there's absolutely no chance of any give in that rope. All right, Ray, go ahead and start those knots, would you? Now, if there's one word that would sort of sum up the secret of this particular stunt, I think it can be the word manipulation. Because when Bobby goes down to the bottom of that pool with just so much air in his lungs, he's going to have to use that word, that one manipulation word, to get himself out of that. Oh, I might remind you of one other thing. Don't any of you try this particular stunt. It's a very difficult stunt, and I don't want you to even try it on dry land. Bobby, can you hear me?
Yes, Jack.
All right. I want you to go down, but don't stay down any longer than a minute and a half. If you do, I'm going to send Ray down for you. You all set, Ray?
I am, yes.
Let's find out if our underwater cameraman, Don Henderson's all set. Don? All right, here's Bobby Knapp with Houdini's Sack Escape. Go, Bobby.
Arthur Ross, imagine that you were in that sack. Held down by that rock, smothered in burlap, trapped below. Your hands manipulate those ropes fast. Sure, if you're a magician, you know Houdini's secret, but every underwater escape has its dangers. That's why we have a lifeguard. 20 seconds. Just one thought. Don't panic. The wet burlap clings to your body, makes each movement tremendously difficult. Now 30 seconds. You're free of the sack. One final burst of energy. That's it. Good job, Bobby, in just 37 seconds, too. Well, there you are, Arthur Ross. Houdini's Sack Escape. You asked for it.